Debonair. Okay.
What's good, y'all? It's a notification gang for hitting the like button. And the video even starts yet. Y'all are realest ones in it. I appreciate you anyway. Y'all, let's have a moment of silence for the three children that lost their life, unfortunately. So sad, man. You know, let me just let's have a moment of silence first before I even get into it. Yeah, man, it's just these types of things keep happening, and I keep saying the same thing regarding making sure that you are mentally prepared enough before having any child and or children. Apparently, she has suffered from some sort of PTSD. Apparently, she has suffered from uh postpartum also too as well. That doesn't, I'm not saying that that justifies anything because it doesn't. But at the same time, these are the types of things that's constantly happening, and it's so unfortunate. I was reading the article. I was reading the statements from the husband having to, uh, go through this ordeal, and the pain out. It's bad when you can read the pain through an article from what this man was saying. The only thing that this man could say, the only thing that this man could do was to pray and beg God to forgive her for what she did. Prayed for the strength for himself to be able to forgive her and for what she did. So there's four kids in total. I believe a set of twins. One of the children at the time, I have to figure out what the update is, but at the time, one of the children had survived but was in critical condition. Let's get into it. Let's hear this.
An unimaginable tragedy shakes the small Wyoming town of Byron, just south of the Montana state line. 3 young girls are dead. Another is fighting for her life after all 4 were shot by their mother yesterday. That woman then called 911 before turning the gun on herself. Our Tranyelle Harshman joins us now with the latest heartbreaking details just into our newsroom.
Well, that's right, Russ. This tragedy absolutely devastating, not only for this family, but the entire community of Byron, Wyoming. Those 4 young girls, all under the age of 10 years old. One girl was 9, another 7, and 2 were just 2 years old. Now, here's what we know at this hour. The Bighorn County Sheriff's Office got a 911 call around 1:30 yesterday from a woman reporting gunshots in her home. She told dispatchers that all 4 of her daughters had been shot and that she believed they were all dead. That woman, since identified as Tranyelle Harshman, then told dispatchers where to find the 4 girls, claiming 2 were in their cribs upstairs, the other 2 in a downstairs shared bedroom. She told dispatchers she was then going to shoot and kill herself. 2 of those girls, a 7-year-old and one of the 2-year-olds, were alive when first responders arrived at the home, but the 2-year-old passed away a short time later. The 7-year-old was flown to a hospital in Salt Lake where she's sedated and being treated for her injuries. What's still unknown tonight is the why. But family and friends of Tranyelle Harshman tell MTN the mom was battling mental health issues.
But before they get into the neighbors and all the other stuff, y'all know I don't really care to hear what the neighbor got to say. Um, Battling mental health problems. Again, from what I read in the article, if I understood it correctly, she suffered from some sort of PTSD. From what we don't know, maybe it was an abuse, maybe it could be from a military, maybe it could be some type of post trauma from something that happened as a child. Mix that with postpartum, with her just having the child, even though the youngest children appear to be 2 years old, she still was suffering from something. Now, in my honest opinion, y'all, when I was reading the article, the husband said that she was getting help. Cool. She was getting help. But at the same time, sitting there thinking to myself, at what point, what age, or not age, or what stage, I should say, in your relationship, Was she getting help? Was she getting help since the beginning? Or was she only getting help after the fourth child? Was she getting help after the first child, the second child, or the third time that she got pregnant? Because she had twins, right? I would think to myself before, assuming you knew that this was going on prior to, the last thing that you would want to do is to put someone through more mental stress, such as pregnancy and having children. Because what tends to happen is what? After that, they develop postpartum, right? And that's something that you definitely don't want someone to go through that already has some type of mental problems. So these are the things that you have, fellas. These are things that you have, and ladies too. But fellas, these are the types of things that you have to make sure that you look for when you're properly vetting a woman. I'm not saying that don't date a woman that got imminent. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is make sure that you are doing your due diligence and make sure that you're moving accordingly. I'm not saying that I'm not putting the father to blame. I'm just saying that some of the red flags I was reading from the article was just like, well, why were you with her? Number one. Number two, why did you decide to get her pregnant? Number three, why did you decide to get her pregnant multiple times? People just don't go from 0 to 100 like that. That's not how it goes. These things happen gradually over time. And if you knew that she had that much of an issue mentally, why was she able to watch them children alone? Again, I'm not blaming the father because the father's already went through enough. I'm just thinking out loud. That's all I'm doing. Thinking out loud. This is so sad, man. And the fact that, let me run this back a little bit. The fact that these types of things keeps happening over and over and over again, bro, I ain't even gonna hold y'all, man. It's a lot.
The 7-year-old was flown to a hospital in Salt Lake where she's sedated and being treated for her injuries. What's still unknown tonight is the why. But family and friends of Tranyelle Harshman tell MTN the mom was battling mental health issues.
People are like, oh, well, she's always happy. And I think those are the ones you have to look out for. You know, sometimes it's like I've seen more people die from suicide that are happy. They look happy than anything else, you know.
And we don't know at this hour whether Tranyelle Harshman survived. A GoFundMe has been set up to help the husband and father, Cliff Harshman, who was not home at the time of the shooting. MTN's Mac Carmack traveled to the small town of Byron today, and she's going to have a lot more details for you coming up on the MTN News at 5:30.
So sad, man. And I would not wish this on my worst enemy. And what was the neighbor saying? She always seemed happy. She always seemed this. She always seemed that. Yeah, man, you never really know what people is going through mentally. You never know. And I've said this story. I told her this story multiple times where I used to live in, whatever, doesn't matter. In my old place, in my old complex, there was this young couple, well, not young, but he was older than me. I was probably 20, maybe 22. The couple was like 27, 26, somewhere around there. And I recall the couple. I recall the lady being so fine. She was so attractive. Oh my God. Boy, look here. But I came home one day and there was an ambulance truck sitting outside my complex. And I'm like, what the hell? What's going on? As I'm walking closer, because I had just gotten off this, I think I had, I don't know, maybe early 20s, I don't know. But I had just got off a city bus. And as I'm walking close to my complex, I'm seeing them have this girl on a stretcher. One of the paramedics is on top of her doing chest compressions. And the man is running outside on the phone, talking to whoever the hell he's talking to, crying and screaming, getting in the back of the ambulance. They drive off. And one of my neighbors who had been there longer than I had, because I think at that time I may have just moved in, or we had just moved in maybe for like 3 months, or maybe 2, 4 months, 6 months, I don't know. But we were fairly new. And as I was walking towards my house, my door, my neighbor was like, "That's so sad. This is the second time she overdosed." I said, "Overdose?" She's like, "Yeah, she's a drug addict." I'm like, "What? You mean to tell me that pretty ass thing was a what?" I never judge a book by its cover, sir. What did he just say again? Oh, she was always happy. She was always, you don't know what the hell these people be going through. You don't know. Whether you find her attractive or not, that's not the point of the topic of this video. What I'm trying to tell y'all is you don't know. People be going through what they go through. And you, as their significant other, should be doing their due diligence as far as getting to know your woman and or man. Or I'm sorry, as an and or man, right? Getting to know them, trying to see if this is the right thing to do. Number one, as far as a relationship, as far as marriage, but kids. Kids is so stressful, y'all. I don't understand why y'all running around here thinking having kids is just all hunky-dory, fine and dandy. We ain't doing none of that. I'm not trying to have kids until I know for a fact I am mentally prepared, which I kind of believe I am right now. I still do my little therapy here and there. What if kids may be? What was I saying? Yeah, am I mentally able or prepared? Am I financially prepared? Am I spiritually prepared? Am I doing this with the right woman? All of these are things that flows through my head prior to having a child and or children. A lot of y'all don't move like that, man. I don't understand. Y'all running around here, man. RIP to those 3 kids. Again, like I said, this was a video that may have been done quite a while ago. I'll do my due diligence to see if I could provide an update as far as the 4th child surviving. I want y'all to comment down below. Let me know what you thought about this video, man. Thanks for watching. Please, 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 if you haven't, hit that subscribe button, man. Also, too, hit that bell symbol style. Every time you upload, notification will pop up and alert you. Also, too, make sure y'all hit that like, make sure y'all hit that share. I look forward to reading all y'all comments, if any. So until next time, please, man, be safe for her.